So, do you guys want to introduce me to all of our new raptor friends here?
We think that you should say their names every time they attack.
Okay. But am I not allowed to read their names now?
Yeah, you can do that.
So, like, do you have one named Bitey?
No.
No.
We have one named Chompers, and we have one named Big Toothy, but we don't have one named Bitey.
So, we have 24 raptor friends here. We have Chompers, Big Toothy, Peepers, Feathers the Diligent.
Yep.
Sounds like a Final Fantasy summon. Velociraptor? That one's Nodals. It's got to be Nodals.
Velociraptor, not...
Yeah, Velociraptor.
Oh. I thought I saw an extra C in there. So you
Nope.
don't have one named Velociraptor.
No, we don't.
That's too bad.
There are 0 Velociraptors.
We went higher than that.
Hankylosaurus. Jurassic Bark. Life finds a payday. This green hand's got to go away because
Sorry.
your hand is
reading
over. Tweety. There's Tweety the Raptor. Dino De Laurentiis.
Dino De Laurentiis.
Clever Girl. I mean, obviously. I mean, that one's pretty much a gimme. This green hand, for serious. Go away.
Sorry.
Go. Other side of the table. Cretaceous PIG. Velma Craptor. Velociraptor. I keep seeing Craptor. I know. I'm correcting myself as I go now. Earl. Terrible Lizard. Just the worst. We're back. A clearing story. Lassie come home.
Lossy.
Lossie?
Yeah.
Oh, because Velociraptor. I get
Right.
it. Velociraptor. Sour loser. Oh, that's funny. I get it. Dynonymous Bosch. Okay. Velo Kitty. Velociraptor. Yoshi. So who named the Yoshi? Like,
That was me.
That's
I'll take over responsibility for that.
that one's pretty much another gimme there. Now, were you going for a Mario reference or were you going for a Dr. McNinja reference?
Yes.
I feel like a Dr. McNinja reference is like innately also a Mario reference.
It is, but like
So you could have both.
where was McDohl aiming?
Yeah, okay.
Was my
And,
question.
and the answer is yes.
Okay. And Exxon. Exxon's my favorite. Although Cretaceous BIG is pretty good too.
I think Cretaceous BIG is a very close
Cretaceous
second.
VIG is the best.
Anyway,
I'm a big fan of Terrible Lizard, just the worst.
I think my best one was Velo Kitty.
oh, okay, I get it now. Velo Kitty. Okay, makes sense. Took me a minute.
Brick, chat is saying they can't see your mouse cursor.
They can't see my mouse cursor. They
It's
were able
kind of
to...
like white against white at the moment.
Well, I might just have it mouse cursor not showing up. I usually keep that turned off, but they can see the pop-ups. I should hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can see the pop-ups.
I don't know if
But you're,
they're or not.
but you're griping that you can't see with the green hand is
That's because the other night I was playing Amiga games and I had mouse cursor turned off.
yeah, you were looking like a crazy person though.
Whatever, it's fine. So do we have everybody back?
I think so.
As long as you guys saw the pop-ups, you were good. All right. So the request has been made that I name them as we kill them, which may or may not take a while. I still have 3.
Man, if only
archers.
Eldo was here, right? That'd be a real bad day for these lizards.
All right, let me go ahead and... I can turn the mouse cursor on real quick. I always forget to do that. Because I forget, like, which... I have trouble keeping track of, like, which games need it and which games don't. There we go. Hopefully you can see it now. Capture cursor is now on. Liberation, this guy's going to disengage from you. Is there anything you can do about that?
I'd rather hold on to my reaction. So I'm pretty sure that life is going to get terrible. Actually, wait, no. I get an action back.
Well,
Yeah,
he's-
I get my reaction back.
right. But he's
before those.
disengaging, so you can't attack him
Oh.
unless you have something that ignores
Oh, yeah,
the
you're right.
disengage feature.
That's fine.
Let's start with the one shooting at Serenity, because that one's going to move back into the darkness, so Serenity cannot immediately hit him back. You reckless attacked, didn't you, Serenity? Is Destil on mute?
It's probably eating.
Destil.
We ordered hot wings for dinner last night.
Yeah, no, I've recklessed.
Okay. There's one place we have to order the mild wings, and one place we can order the hot wings, and we never remember which is which. And last night we got wings from the place where we should have ordered mild, but she ordered them hot. And that's my sad story about hot wings. I got a 25 for you.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have any more fire arrows. 10 points of magical piercing damage. And then make that Constitution save.
I'm gonna believe point that.
Okay.
How's 27 do?
That's plenty good. And he's going to use his last few squares of movement to go back into the darkness so you can't immediately bash his head in. Mahogany, you no longer have Fairy Fire on.
Correct.
It was a 16 hit.
Yep.
And he's using his last fire arrow. $11 points of magical piercing and 3 points of fire, and you don't have to worry about a con save because the arrow doesn't have anything to pierce. And finally, liberation. Are you dodging there?
Hey, yeah. Thought that guy was disengaging, and then
He is.
if he disengages,
He's disengaging and he's shooting you in the same turn.
well, that's rude.
Ask Kelian how rude it is. He rolled a 1, though. I mean, he rolled at 18, but he also rolled a 1, so you're fine.
Okay, yeah. Could use the key point there.
And, by the way, Kelian, this wall of fire is gone now. Many of the trees off to your left are still burning, though. But it's your turn. You can do whatever you want. Paralyzed with indecision.
A little bit.
This is why I don't do
let
any
me see.
recruiting.
Let me see. You said these are large creatures. Do I have sight on the druid?
They're medium creatures. Yeah, you have sight on them. Because you're up in the tree, right?
No, I'm not.
No, you don't have line of sight then because there's a rock in your way. But if you climb a tree, you'll be shooting down at him and he won't have any cover.
Yeah, let's do that. Climb up another tree then, since the fire's gone away.
Okay.
I have to do it at disadvantage, right? Yeah.
You do have disadvantage, yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Into the Raptors.
How'd you do?
11.
11 does not hit. Excuse me.
Like to roll to hide,
Okay.
since I'm up in the tree again?
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah. And dismiss the darkness.
And dismiss the darkness.
Now that I'm hitting again.
Can you?
Yeah. You can dismiss
Okay.
it. Hiding probably won't gain you anything because he just watched you shoot from there. So you can
That's fine.
hide there from people who you might not... From this probably mimic that's definitely here, you're probably hidden from
Probably, yeah. Well, It's not just him, but yes.
Mahogany, which of these archers' day are you about to ruin?
Well, it's not quite what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop back into Druid form on the top of this tree here. And I'm going to cast a spell that we got acquainted with a little bit earlier. It's called Insect Plague. And let me draw out a 20-foot radius. Oh,
I hate all of you.
Tell you what. I take the hint. Here you go.
It just makes it even more
Was
messy.
Was that so hard? Was that so hard?
Nodal's 20-foot radius is pretty accurate. He's about 5 feet short on one edge, but that's it.
I was just making sure that it was very clear that all of those insects are in there.
All right.
So I'm going to need 20-something Constitution saving throws.
My count is 25.
And what's the DC on that?
That's sorry, I cast very rarely. It's just my proficiency, which is it's 14.
Okay. Druid is fine.
Should be proficiency in spell modifier.
Yes, proficiency spell modifier plus 8.
Right. But my spell modifier is 2, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works then.
it balanced out.
I'm going to keep track here of how many saves I get. And I'll just tell you at the very end. How's that sound?
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna just go ahead and roll 1 damage roll and
Yeah,
have everything
that's
take that.
What
How
I
does
would
that sound?
want you to do anyway.
Yeah.
You said 14 is the save?
14 is the save.
Ten of them saved. Including the druid.
Alright, that's 18 damage on the ones that didn't save, 9 on the ones that did. Piercing damage. Magical piercing.
Let me go ahead and run a Constitution save for the druid. And it's 9 damage if they didn't save. His Constitution's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
9 damage if they did save.
Yeah, 9 if they did save, 18 if they didn't.
Go ahead and delete 14 of those Velociraptors.
Oh no, our babies.
Yeah.
Make sure you call them out as you send them to the grave.
I can't delete. I can just throw them.
We'll just move them to the side of the table then.
All right, I'm gonna say goodbye to Dynonymous Bosch, Velociraptor. You're gone because you confused Brick Road too much. Peepers, my baby, Big Toothy. I'm sorry. Terrible Lizard, just the worst. I want you to go into heaven with Tweety. That's how many of these? 18? Did you say?
14.
14.
Jesus Christ.
We're at 6.
Velocitty, Yoshi,
Bellow Kitty. Come on.
Bellow
man.
Kitty. I'm sorry, you're right. Sore Loser,
We're at 10,
Jurassic Bark,
11,
Chompers.
12.
No, I can't do it. Dino De Laurentiis. And Earl.
That's all.
Goodbye, friends. We hardly knew ye. I'll put these in front of
That
Nodal.
little piano ditty from the Nuzlocke run plays.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So that deals damage when the spell appears, and then at the end of their turns if they're still in the way.
Yeah, or if something is foolish enough to enter it.
Yeah. Which is the what is Mahogany doing back there now that you're in? You don't have any more wild shapes left.
He's very much booking his way as far as he can
Towards the waterfall?
towards the waterfall.
Okay.
Also, if
Wait.
I remember right,
Mahogany.
Oh no.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Well, I'm kind of good at those. Yeah, I'll probably do it. 15 plus something.
Okay.
15 plus 3, so that's 18.
You were just moving, not dashing, correct?
I was just moving.
Just moving.
Hey, Rick, just so you're aware,
Yeah.
that sphere is difficult terrain.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. Mahogany, as you're booking, the trees are getting denser as you're moving away from the clearing. And at the last second, you notice a tripwire strung up between two fallen branches. And you leap over it just in time to end your movement. Not sure what it's attached to or what would have happened if you had tripped it.
Alright.
Liberation.
Yeah, seeing all this nonsense, I'm just going to go ahead and back off and climb a tree.
And climb a tree.
Climb a tree. And I'm going to dodge.
Nobody's going to believe me when I say this, but that is exactly what I hoped Mahogany would do. After That's a lot of attack rolls.
Mahogany, you're talking about me.
No, Mahogany, because he's killed most of these raptors, so I don't have to worry about him now.
Nice. Mahogany's credit to the team.
And I'm at least slowing them down so they're having a hard time biting Serenity's ass.
Kelian is probably hidden. Liberation's not, though.
Got hella movement.
6 squares.
Pretty good.
The raptors... Oh, you know what? I'm going to dock them each 2 squares, because I did forget that was difficult terrain, and I wasn't paying attention. This is where Nich should have reminded me.
I did remind you.
I literally did remind you.
I know, but I still forgot. You should have reminded me again.
I think that's called sarcasm.
Hey, docking them, one of them is still in the thing.
No, I'm moving here, because they could all move out.
Oh, you
There. That's as fair as it gets.
meanie bobini.
Fortunately, all of these Velociraptors can spit poison, so they'll have 2 ranged attacks.
Not Velociraptors, then.
No, it's Riot's turn. Go ahead, Riot.
Oh, okay.
Ignore that.
You good? Okay. So you good? All right. Riot walks up to here and does the most predictable thing she can do, which is a Thunder Wave.
Okay. Don't roll anything. It's not going to be required.
How much HP do they have at each?
Wait, no, we didn't get their names.
Oh, yeah.
Brick
You
Road.
gotta undo 3 times.
Well, that's fine. We can...
Yes.
Brickroad at least understands the necessity.
Okay. Riot heartlessly destroys with a song. Lossy Come Home is gone. Velociraptor is gone. And Velociraptor is also gone.
Velociraptor just ascends into the clouds.
Right. Yeah.
He's with Miss Beak
Very good.
now.
Is that where you end your turn?
Yeah.
Right, Serenity, you're up.
Serenity will move to here. Reckless attack Maul on this archer.
Okay.
Well, 25 on armor class.
That's good. This archer's looking pretty
15
bad.
damage.
Okay, still up.
Second attack. It's an armor class of also 25. For 13 damage.
You plant that archer into the ground where he belongs. closing on
That's
that
the
archer?
Serenity turn.
Okay.
Big Scary Druid is having a really bad day right now.
Nah. You see him... What kind of insects did you summon? Or should I even ask?
What's like a really good like?
Ants. They're ants. You summoned soldier ants. There you go.
I'll get back to you. Gotta come up with a good Planescape insect.
Soldier ants. Soldier ants with more legs. Mr. Druid seemingly sinks down into the ground and vanishes
Grind.
from sight.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean, what? I just explained what. What's confusing?
Oh.
Dude, you've been traveling with Mahogany for how long, and you haven't learned yet that druids are horseshit?
Yeah, and you just run through the trees.
Archers. You reckless attacked, right, Serenity?
Yes.
Alright, here comes 2 more arrows. The archer now knows better than to try to leave your threat range. 2 19s.
Yep. Should I make the 2 con saves now?
Yeah, go ahead. 11 damage piercing from the first arrow, and 6 piercing from the second.
Those saves are both a 25.
Okay. And you managed to not get magnetized. This guy's going to move back into the tree line, and this one knows better than to try to run away from Serenity at this point. Kelian.
Do I have sight on this one?
Not from where you are. You got a rock in the way.
Even though I'm up in the tree?
Oh, you're up in the tree. Yeah, you can see him.
Yeah.
You're fine. As long as you got the range, which I'm pretty sure you do.
I'm gonna kill him then. I'm gonna kill him hard. Totally hard. Oh, that was actually better than I thought it would be. 25.
That's good. How hard can you kill him?
Sniping's a good job, mate.
This one hasn't actually been damaged yet. Neither of these guys have been damaged yet, actually.
I think that's got to change. Ooh, not bad.
26.
26. Okay, moving or staying put?
And hide again.
Which square are you in? You're kind of in 4 different squares here. Okay.
That one.
Roll it.
Uh, 23.
Okay. The guy you just shot was watching you move, though, so you're probably not hidden from him.
Well, he can fondle my balls.
He can't from that distance. He would need he would need a hell of a mage hand for that. Mahogany, what's up?
Alright, I'm going to carefully make my way back,
Okay.
now that I know to watch out for these tripwires. And tell me when I can see inside the clearing.
You can probably see inside from back there, because I was giving 3/4 cover from back there. But you can
Oh,
see
fantastic.
you can see slivers. Who are you trying to attack?
Slivers are all I need, because I'm going to go ahead and erase this pink right here. Oop, did I make that vector? Yeah, I did. Alright, and instead I'm going to use a new spell. Another fan favorite, Call Lightning. And let me just establish my 60-foot radius.
Is that it? That's all you got?
That's what I got.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send down a lightning bolt over here. So I need 3 dex saving throws from these raptors.
Sure.
I mean, actually, I'm measuring it Nodal, and I... 10, 20, 50, 60... You don't quite cover the entire circle the long way.
He gets all the raptors, was what I think.
Yeah,
he
you
was
can definitely
getting
get pretty much everything. You pretty much just won't have a few squares over here inside the
I was
corner.
measuring it from the short way, so that makes sense.
at. Looks like 2 fails.
Okay,
So go ahead and. Well, how much damage do you do if I pass?
probably enough to kill them. This is lightning damage, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if that matters. I'm just
Lightning stung all dinos.
Yeah.
21 on a fail.
So that
So
was
10 on a pass.
Life Finds a Payday. Cretaceous BIG is gone.
Oh,
And
the best
we're
one.
back a clearing story.
that's okay.
And I
Wait,
mean,
no, that's the
McDohl
best one.
better never say I don't give him anything, because, man, that killed me inside.
Is that ending your turn?
I don't. This elf seems awfully like wanting to shoot me. So can I? What would it take? for
Right
me
now
to move
he's not.
carefully?
Right now he's shooting across the clearing.
All right.
at
Well, I'm just
Serenity.
gonna move a little bit away from him.
Okay.
Sure.
Roll dexterity save.
Man, are they like everywhere? Like every square?
Probably. People are crazy.
All right. I'm gonna belief point that.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it. 21 or
I-
18 rather.
You stop short of a pit covered loosely with foliage that blends in with the ground. One step further and you would have tumbled into it.
This is just horse shit, is what this is. Man, fuck druids.
Liberation, you're up.
All right, after seeing that lightning come down and just ruin these raptors' day, I'm feeling a little bit more emboldened now.
This is the backup you wanted, right?
Yep, there's the backup I needed right there. Yeah, I'm gonna just drop out of the tree and kick a dinosaur.
Kick a dinosaur.
Yeah. Because that's something I haven't done today.
People wonder why the dinosaurs are extinct.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not because of liberation, because that's only an 11 to hit.
11 doesn't do it.
How about a 21?
That'll do it.
22.
And so you have killed Exxon, which was my favorite.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rickard.
Moving or staying put?
Staying put.
All right, we'll start with Serenity.
Looking for a 15 with advantage.
Well, they would get advantage anyway. They got pack tactics. 3. That's 3 hits.
Oh, yeah. I needed to deal a d4 damage
That's
to
a
myself.
crit. Yes, you do. All 6 hits. One of the bites was a critical hit. All right, I'm going to give you the talons first, then I'm going to give you the bites. From the talons, 4 from the first talon, 4 from the second talon, 3 from the third talon, and the bites. 7 8s from the first bite, 5 from the second bite, and 7 from the critical hit bite. As these raptors start tearing into you. Meanwhile, Liberation, you're not dodging or anything, right?
Nah.
How does a 19 do?
Yep, that does.
Probably not the 9, though.
Nope.
6 points of slashing damage from the talon.
Ow. It's kind of rude.
Riot, what's up?
Right. Riot walks up to about here and casually nukes the 4 people in range of her
You're gonna Thunderwave again?
or Thunderwave. Yeah.
So Serenity needs to...
Yes.
Okay.
She's resistant.
Looks like I got 2 passes, but it's not gonna matter, because they've only got 1 hit point left.
This is a con save, right?
Yes. It's concept.
28.
Yeah, that passes.
So I want to remind, that's another instance where Riot has dropped damaging area.
Oh,
of
whatever.
expel.
It's Serenity.
So that
She's taking half of half.
that takes care of Clever Girl, Velociraptor, and Feathers the Diligent.
I did 11 damage there.
Yeah, you only needed 1.
Luckily,
What about
So
this
luckily
man
all
up here?
dinosaurs go to heaven.
But what I'm
Archer
saying
was
is
out of range.
So Serenity takes half of that.
Yeah. I took my 3.
Is that the end of your turn?
And Riot will just talk to this guy and says, "How about you? You gonna surrender?"
He doesn't throw down his bow.
Yeah.
Serenity, what's up?
Remind me not to be in the front row next time. First attack. Full hidden armor class of 23.
That's good.
For 17 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Full hidden armor class of 24.
There we go.
For 18 damage.
And he has gone from untouched to bloodied in 1 attack. Moving or staying put?
Serenity will move to there, but that's the end of her turn.
Liberation.
Hey.
Hankylosaurus vanishes into the air.
Okay.
That's probably less than great.
Kelian, you watch as this guy vanishes back behind the tree line even further. Serenity, this one's disengaging from you.
Okay, that's nice for him.
Too bad. Too bad he doesn't get a
That
choice.
only hits a 15.
15 doesn't hit, which means he can get away.
Keep rolling 6s on these disengage.
And you.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to throw my inspiration on that.
Okay.
Okay, roll a 1.
That'll bring it up to a 21.
That's good. How much damage did you inflict upon him?
So now he can't move, and he takes a nice 15.
15.
I'm always gratified when someone remembers they have inspiration.
He's nailed in place. Kelian.
Kelian curses as the other archer gets away. But he has no problem shooting the one that Serenity just hammered around. It was a 26.
That's good. Can you be the guy right here?
Oh boy.
Pressure's
Probably.
on.
It's pretty good so far.
It's a good start.
That's a good finish too.
33.
What's this archer's name? He's just blank right now.
He's not a Velociraptor, so I mean,
Yeah,
He
we don't
doesn't
know.
deserve a name.
Wow.
We don't
His
have.
name is actually
his name?
Velociraptor.
His
Velociraptor.
name, I thought his name was not a Velociraptor.
And Riot shrugged and said, "I offered."
I mean, I offered too. These guys are just dicks.
So what's next?
Where's
come
the
off
caster go?
We'll come off initiative until something else gets attacked, and then we'll just jump back
Okay,
in.
Serenity will move to
I need
where
to-
he was, put her ear to the ground, and try and see if she can hear anything moving down there.
I mean, the ground at this point is like littered with little brine shrimp holes and shit. But no, you just hear the sound of soil, whatever that sounds like.
Try to scrape the maggots out of my
Kelian.
skin.
Kelian hiding.
I'm gonna start casting Commune with Nature
Commune with nature.
as a ritual.
So that takes 10 minutes, yes?
Yep.
Before we start Liberation takes 100 d6, d4 damage. Try to get these maggots out.
How do you do that?
Just scrape at it for a second.
So you just scrape at your skin?
Yeah.
I mean, you're scratching your flesh, but
yeah.
they're still in there.
Riot walks over and said, "I could try and burn them off. That works sometimes."
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna take it up a produce flame and hold it real close to the wound.
Okay, go ahead and take the damage from the produced flame.
Okay. I think that's 2d8 at this point.
Liberation, take 6 points of necrotic damage in the time it took for you guys to come up with the burning idea.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll. 13 damage.
I take 6 more.
But don't forget, you have this damage, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
That's what he does.
All right.
Yeah, no, I know this.
Okay.
And you
gotcha.
burn a scorch up and down your arm, and the maggots come out of the flesh, and you manage to extract them that way.
Oh, wow, that smarted. Not
What
as
do you
much as I
ask
thought it would, though.
as far as commune with nature?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
You know, I was just kidding a little while ago about saying we're all a bunch of closet sensates. That might not be far from the truth.
And Riot asks Liberation, so does that little impromptu medicine count as... Are you telling that on my hurt the party counter?
How about a half point?
Okay,
I'm
I'll take
gonna. I'm gonna look for terrains and bodies of water.
Okay.
Specifically looking for like caves or anything like that for the terrain part to see if there's anything that's obviously a natural shelter, buildings, and prevalent peoples.
Okay. As far as prevalent peoples, there is a very strong druidic presence all around here, and the people match the description of the good old tongue, the guys you've been fighting here. They
and I'll let
this. They defend this territory very fiercely from all of the other tribes of the forest, and they work very hard to control what forms of wildlife are maintained here. As far as terrain and bodies of water, you can hear just north of you, a few hundred feet, the rushing waterfall. The waterfall pours down from the river just to the north. And as far as terrain, if you were to continue to the north, you have, in the entire 3-mile radius, a very steep ridge that this waterfall pours down. Very heavily forested at both the top and the bottom of it. And then buildings... No buildings per se, but you get the reports of a lot of like little makeshift like scouting stations in trees that can be manned quickly and signal each other using fire.
Okay.
Just kind of peppered all around the area. So you kind of confirm what Liberation already knew.
And I'll go ahead and tell people that this was indeed the cult of the Black Tongue, which is what I got out of that guy's mind.
Oh, fabulous. Can we get out of here?
I'm gonna try to carefully like poke my way back,
Okay.
Rick Road, with my walking stick.
You can easily
how
do
many
that.
rolls do I have to do?
You don't have to make any rolls, because I'm assuming you're going to use half your movement and move carefully.
Yeah. And I'll say there are traps all up in the north part of that forest.
I guess finding our way north might be out of the cards, huh?
No,
And
I think
also
we can
knowing
still
that
do
there's
it.
a druid nearby, and then Mahogany takes a good 20 feet to the left of you guys.
I think we can still do it if we move carefully.
Yeah, probably slow down, cover our tracks.
Oh, I can take care of that.
Yeah.
I can ask the Earth to hide our tracks.
Yeah, but how
Where's
much do we
Kelian?
care? Like, there's a bunch of crazy druids here doing crazy druid shit. Like, how is
Well,
that our problem?
Do
It
you
won't
know
matter.
how?
It won't matter much once we get to the waterfall.
Do you know how he got away, Mahogany?
What did he do? I was over there in the woods.
Disappeared
Like-
to the ground?
Sank into the earth, yeah.
Give me a second to ask Lou and also the player's handbook.
What's your guess without consulting the player's handbook?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay,
Like
make a
some kind of move through Earth.
make a religion check.
No. Is there a Zorn movement in this edition?
There is. Yeah, because Earth Elementals can do it.
No, I mean as a spell.
Well, if there's any
18.
spell that I want there to be.
I'm a better
You're
cleric
not
than,
sure
fucking Eric.
how he melted into the soil, but you know once there, there's any number of things he can wild shape into to travel through the soil. And it's been
Yeah.
more than 10 minutes at this point, so he's long gone.
Oh, no, I knew he was long gone. I was just curious how he got into the soil.
Yeah.
Wait, could it be Thaqua?
A what?
Never mind.
So what's next?
Enough of your made-up gnomish family urban legends.
Let's go carefully north up to the waterfall.
By the way, I was looking for some Planescape insects, and it turns out searching for Planescape bugs doesn't get you what I was hoping.
Right? Neither does searching for Planescape maps.
Planescape anything gets you just...
So, here's what we're going to do. Because you guys have to cover... Assuming you all are marching, is anybody able to fly? Or
I
levitate?
will be once we get to the waterfall.
If you give me an hour rest.
You're going to take an hour rest here in this clearing? Does that sound like a good idea?
No, that doesn't seem like a great idea. I'm just letting you know.
Everybody who's walking through the forest terrain between here and the waterfall, we're going to abstract how many traps by having everybody make one dexterity save, and this will determine whether or not you take a level of exhaustion.
Everybody individually?
Yeah, everybody individually.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I see these traps?
No, we're going to assume not, because there's many, many traps.
If you could see the traps, then you wouldn't be walking through them.
The idea is we're abstracting it. At some point, you all are going to trip a trap eventually. You're covering
Is
enough
this a-
distance.
Sorry, did you
I'm
say
gonna belief point that.
Okay.
check or saving throw?
It's a saving throw.
I crit mine, so I'm
That's
good.
a 10.
I know from traps.
15.
10.
Okay.
22.
DC was 15. If you passed, take 16 points of damage. You can split that up however you want between piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning. If you failed, take that damage plus a level of exhaustion. Logs swinging down from trees, falling into pits, spiked with frog poison or whatever.
Yeah, as Liberation takes the third log to the face, he's like...
I'm gonna assume that Mahogany, like, with his stick, pressed at a pit, and it, like, fell away into a pit, so he jumped over it, and there was a second pit behind that.
There you go.
Ow!
Does Liberation have avoidance yet? Or evasion?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And after coming through the trap-filled woods and fighting the fear,
Yeah. Well, we just
Make it
leave,
to the base of
we
this
just leave,
waterfall.
Riot's meef, out for a day, right?
it's exactly like the visions Liberation saw and exactly the reports that Serenity got from her commune with nature. This is a very sheer cliff, hundreds of feet tall, and it stretches away on both sides your entire field of vision.
I don't think we're going to be able to climb up that.
No, we
Oh,
won't. But
I mean,
two
we
of us
rest
can
an
turn
hour.
two of us can turn into giant eagles and carry you up.
Sounds awesome.
Everybody can make a perception check. I just need to know... DC is 15. Figure out how much you make it by and add up all of it. Add up everybody's success and just tell me the number at the end. If you roll a 20, you make it by 5. Your number is a 5 added to everybody
I added
else's.
5 to the total.
I did 4.
I have
add
added.
7.
I had 1. No one's adding these, are they?
I had
Not a single person. Let me try that again. All right, I added 1. Now, going down the list. Nick.
5. No, I mean, we're at 5 now.
Okay.
We're at 11 now from me.
Okay. Destil.
Am I next on the... Oh, I am next on the list. 16.
All right, and now other McDohl.
23.
There you go.
So what was the total? 23?
23.
You guys search around the base of the waterfall for a little while, looking for any signs of these druids. You only find signs. You find a couple of those little scouting stations that Serenity learned about, just high up in the tree, basically just wooden planks where they can quickly maneuver back and forth between 1 or 2 trees. But that's the only structures. As far as signs of the druids themselves, you don't find anything.
What about literal druidic signs? Any like cool like rangers keep out?
You mean like carvings on trees or anything?
Yeah, like druidic messages.
Nope, nothing like that.
Alright, seems safe enough to rest here for at least an hour.
I mean, yeah, we could. I do have enough movement to where I can burn a key point and get up the side.
Oh, that's good. That means
Maybe.
the two of us only have to carry one of you then.
I mean, I could just climb. This doesn't look that imposing.
Someone's
I
gonna have
will
to
let
carry
someone
me.
carry me. It's fine.
Wait,
We're
I
not
thought,
waiting an hour. I need to be carried.
I thought we're waiting an hour. I thought,
We should wait an hour at the top.
but we can't fly until we wait an hour.
How bad does the climb look? How high is it? Sorry.
A couple of 100 feet.
Oh, I thought you said 100 feet before.
Nope, a couple of 100 feet.
Then never mind. That would take a little bit more than I've got.
It looks climbable, but if you were to fall, it would be very deadly. Or if you're playing a 3E epic level character, you just swim up the waterfall.
I mean, if he can run up walls and also run across water, it stands to reason he can run up a waterfall.
So, are we taking the hour rest here?
I feel like we should. It's
Sure.
way easier to climb.
Yeah,
And
can you
besides,
like
I could
Damon's
really
tiny
burn
hut
some-
us?
Everybody
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead
no
and take
problem.
the benefits of the short rests.
Yeah, I could really burn some hit die
Take-
healing. Hit dice for this.
Yeah, I can. Let me roll that for you guys. You can take another 3 on top of whatever you get.
Yeah, might as well roll some hit dice.
Okay, so
It's so weird. I took damage, Brick Road. What's going on? Alright, yeah, I'm full.
16. $22. That's 2. Yeah, that should be good for now.
Please bear with me 1 second. I need to take 2 steps over and grab the right book.
2 steps over, 1 step back.
That's the Brick Road dance. Everybody do the Brick Road dance.
Sorry, I thought I had all my books, but I did not. There was one more that was out of reach. Alright, so after the rest, pretty uneventful. Nothing bad happens. Who is exhausted?
I am.
Serenity has 1 level.
Okay, so how are we getting up this cliff? If you're climbing, you're going to have to make checks, and if you're already exhausted, those checks are going to be more difficult.
I can carry Serenity then.
Okay,
Yeah, I better not make checks then even.
you're using polymorph to turn into a giant eagle?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
idea. Actually, let me just
Given
Nice,
how
but-
much I weigh, does it make more sense?
let me make sure that's the best animal to turn into.
How is Liberation getting up? You can run up the side. Problem is, after you've used up all your movement, I'm going to make you make a check to not fall.
Yeah, that's
An athletics
that's why I
check
don't,
to not fall.
that's what I don't want to.
Managed
wanna
to
run that
avoid
risk.
dying.
You'll be fine. Even if you fall, you'll be fine.
I don't know. This is like what, 200 feet, 300 feet? How much are we talking?
A couple 100 feet. Unless you can fly and have a tape measure, I'm not giving you a precise. You're looking up from this cliff and ballparking it from down here.
I
Yeah, it
can
looks
fly
looks
and
like
have
Giant
rope.
Eagle is the best flying in the book.
If Mahogany wants to transform into a spider and take a ruler and climb up,
I mean, we can just take multiple flights too. I mean, like,
Yeah, it's not going to be the world's worst thing.
all right, everybody answer within 5 seconds. Riot, how you getting up?
Giant Eagle carrying Serenity.
Okay, Kelian, how you getting up?
Giant eagle, someone carrying me.
Who's carrying Kelian?
I'll carry Kelian.
Okay, so the first. Okay, so Liberation is left alone at the bottom.
He can run like a son of a bitch.
So Liberation, do you wait for the eagles to come back around, or do you try to run up the wall after them?
I'm gonna try and run up after them.
Okay.
Keep in
I
mind,
like
we're
it.
talking about a difference of like 30 seconds here. He's that impatient. He's just like the edge off here.
Make an athletics check. If you're exhausted, it's at disadvantage.
I don't like being left alone. Nice.
I've never seen a worse idea in my life. And I'm me.
Liberation.
Mm,
Roll a d10. This will determine how many d6s I roll for your damage.
2.
11 points of damage as you get 20 feet up the wall.
All right, that's 0. So
Yeah.
So, as you turn around to go back and pick Liberation up, you just see him repeatedly try to run up and fall and run up and fall.
Riot, an eagle, you hear? I saw that.
Yeah, we all saw that coming.
So you turn around and get Liberation and bring him up to the top. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What happens... Well, let me ask this. Did you climb up the east side or the west side of this river?
East side?
East side, west side?
No, we're on the east side, so.
East side.
On the east side? Okay. And what happens when you guys get to the top of the cliff?
Liberation looks sour.
Do we keep going?
Keep moving? You
Yeah,
can move one more.
square.
You can move one more square today. But remember, some of you
We
guys
do-
are exhausted and have taken
Yeah, I
damage.
was gonna say, we do have some exhausted people. It might
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
nice
so
to just
just
rest.
one more.
Just one more? Continue
Just
to
in
follow
case
the
people
river?
have lost track over the last couple hours of nonsense, I can't scout.
Yeah. Is this one of those clearings that we were warned about?
No, there's no clearing at the top of the...
Okay.
That would be real fucked up.
Alright, you guys make it here.
Yeah.
I'm not taking a watch tonight. I'm sorry. Someone else can take my shift for me.
That's fair. Kelian can do it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay.
Kelian loves taking things.
Alright, this is where we're setting up camp.
Yep.
At the head of the roaring river.
Mahogany, roll a d20.
Man, that's harsh. I thought you liked Disney. 4.
The night is otherwise uneventful. You guys can go ahead and spend your hit dice, eliminate your exhaustion if you'd like.
I'd love to, but
Can
I
you
don't
get
have
another-
any.
Right, can you do another Song of Rest up here?
Yeah, sure.
Can you give that to me, please?
3.
Okay,
Eh,
I can spend
better than
2
a sharp
more
stick in the
dice.
eye.
Yeah, I can spend 2 more. You said there's 3 on the Song of Rest right now?
Yes.
So I'll just spend 2 more hit dice, use half.
Liberation looks much refreshed and ready to tackle the day with Apollon.
For those keeping track, this is our starting square here. We drew a little snake on it. I don't remember why there's a snake on it, but there is.
It does S for start.
I was to say,
It'll
nice.
at least be faster to get back as the giant eagle flies.
And that removes the level of exhaustion, right?
Yep, long
Yep.
rests.
Okay.
Alright, we keeping the same pace the next day following this river?
Yep.
Also, for those who keep track, remember we
Swan maze or
already
bust.
know what we're looking for is over here, but up here are the swan maze.
Right.
We're never gonna find Zook.
He could be hanging out with the Swan Maze. We don't.
Anything is possible if you believe hard enough.
This is Planescape, so it's literally true.
And does anyone have 6 belief points so we can get this over with?
I do.
You're just gonna banana Zook into existence.
Right.
Zook loves the swan maze.
Adventure over.
You guys come across a series of oddly shaped, vaguely humanoid and stone structures on your side of the riverbank. They look kind of like very crude dummies. They're a little bit bigger than a typical human. And they're just kind of lashed together from stone and wood and rock.
I'm sure we're not gonna have to fight these at some point.
I'm gonna inspect one.
You're going to inspect one?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's exactly like I described. It's just very crudely. There's a post down in the ground, and then lashed to it is this kind of vaguely humanoid structure.
Well, honey, they can't help being crude. They're primes.
I'm still not convinced we're still on a prime.
Why do you think it's tied if it's a stone thing? And she just asked me.
What's next?
Camp and set out tomorrow?
Do we want to camp here?
I think we
Let's
should
keep moving.
absolutely camp here.
We should keep moving.
I'm here. One vote for camp, one vote for keep moving.
By
How
the way,
far have we
I
traveled
made my
today?
total.
We
That's
traveled
gone two squares.
That's 2 hexes. Yeah.
And
so
did we
keep moving.
scout anything?
Yeah,
Not-
I made
not
my
yet.
scout roll. I got.
We haven't until it's not the end of the day yet.
All right, I'm gonna put this aside.
Yep. Put it
Put that
aside.
in my pocket.
I'm for camping then.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and where did you scout today?
To the north.
And what'd you roll?
16.
There you go.
I guess we're camping then.
Okay. Who has the first watch?
I'll take it.
Mahogany. Actually, not first watch, third watch, the morning watch. when the
That's
sun
me,
comes up.
liberation.
Liberation.
Can I do something on my first watch, please? Well,
Do you promise this is worth my time?
yeah, I'd like to commune with nature.
Okay. What questions would you like to ask the nature?
I would like to know if there's any fey presences in the area. I would like to know if there's any structures and any peoples.
Strong Fey presence in the area. Very, very strong. And it's kind of difficult to even get specifics because there are so many Fey creatures that live here. Like the forest itself is basically a Fey creature. As far as structures, the only structures in your area are the bizarre humanoids that have set up on the side of the river. As far as peoples, it is known that very recently a tribe of stone giants has been camping in this area.
All right, I'm gonna wake everyone up
Okay.
and deliver that information.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be like, the good news is those things pinged as structures, not peoples.
Mm-hmm. What's the bad news?
There are stone giants in the area, and I'm looking at some stones right away here.
Ah,
Are stone giants aggressive?
they're
I
giants.
A giant,
And Mahogany
they're
just kind of
jerks.
waves a hand at Riot.
I mean, you've seen fire giants, right?
Yeah.
I have seen more of a giant than I would have liked to on this adventure.
Yeah, but those were assholes on the plane of fire. I mean, these are just primes. They're probably peaceful.
No, I'm speaking of when I saw a naked hill giant.
yeah. Remember when we were chased all over creation by naked giants? That was
Is that
a
the
Hands
same
up,
thing?
everyone who wants to stake their lives on they're probably peaceful.
How many peaceful things have we encountered in this forest? A
I
dwarf.
zero.
A single dwarf.
No,
he
there was
wasn't peaceful.
there
You
was a-
just weren't a lizard man.
There's furbolts for all right.
I'm also
Still
breaking-
relatively early in the night. What's the decision here?
I think we should press on.
I think we should break camp, press on, deal with the exhaustion.
Break camp and press on?
Yeah,
Okay.
fine.
Everybody take a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
There's still river on this tile here. It's just right on the edge
Yeah.
of the tile. And so you're going to take your long rest on this square instead?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to cast that ritual again though first. Just make sure this isn't also stone giant town.
Don't have time yet.
Okay.
Something else terrible happens to you. Everybody incurs a level of exhaustion. And you find a place just far enough away from the river, just inside of the tree line, that you think, now that you're on like the north side of the river, it's curving around. You think that it's a good place to set up camp. Everybody's exhausted. Nobody's had their gray block of food with an umlaut. I'm just saying, Ignis would never make a gray block labeled food.
Nope.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying I've been throwing
I'll
those
just wait
things out.
until I hit bard level 10, and then
I've
this
been
stuff is gonna
pretending
be
to eat those badly.
delicious once I hit that level.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody here's just been eating the good berries.
Except for
Well, I've been mark-
Riot too.
I've been marking off my spell slots.
Who's in the
Yeah, we've
lead?
all been
Serenity?
throwing it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Suddenly, an arrow hits the ground in front of your feet, just as you guys are talking about breaking and making camp. And looking ahead of you, Actually, this is on into nighttime now because you guys actually set up your camp at dusk and then continue to march. Looking at, as soon as the arrow hits in front of you, what light source were you guys marching by? Let me ask that.
With Serenity in the lead, I think she'd just have a torch out.
A torch, but not your maul?
No.
Okay. The arrow hits right in front of your feet, and then you see torchlight in front of you. And then several more flicker into view from behind trees. Standing in front of you is a woman, dressed in grays and white. She's holding her short bow with a second arrow knocked. She has several companions, 6 or 7, all dressed similarly, all with bows, with quivers, and they're all wearing cloaks made of feathers.
Yay! By shooting an arrow near us but not at us, these are officially the friendliest people we've met.
And the woman speaks to you, Serenity, but you don't understand the language.
Kind of look back at Riot.
All of you heard it, but none of you actually. Yeah, none of you understood it.
Riot sends a message to her. Can I see her? We can all see her, right?
You couldn't see her when she fired, but after she fired, one of her companions next to her stepped out and lit a torch.
Okay. Then I'll talk to the one closest to us with the torch.
Mm-hmm.
And send a message and say, sorry, we didn't understand your language. Are we trespassing?
Yeah.
She speaks her response rather than sends a message. And does anybody here speak Orin?
I mean, sometimes.
But not at the moment.
No, I would recognize it as Orin, but I wouldn't speak it.
And the third language she tries, again, none of you understand. The fourth time she tries in a very heavily accented common. And she seems to be getting more and more impatient with each line. The fourth time, she says, "You are trespassing, and were you a stone giant, my arrow would have found its mark."
So there are no stone giants here. That's what we were trying to escape.
Serenity, where are you holding your torch? Just out in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the women behind her steps forward somewhat hurriedly, and she seems very focused on Serenity, her face wreathed in torchlight. You see her say something to the first woman who still has her bow drawn. And for a split second, Serenity, you see her kind of lose focus as she's trying to get a better look at you. But then she snaps back to attention with her arrow drawn on you. She says, "You in front with the torch. What weapons do you carry?"
So this is going to be like that scene in Lord of the Rings. She'll take her maul off her shoulder, put it down in front of her, pull her belt out, take 5 hand axes off, so that you just, slice them down to the ground, pull the spear off her harness, thrust that into the ground, and then pull that dagger out of her boot. That's it.
I like the Lord of the Rings reference, but the scene I always remember, did any of you guys watch Bowling for Columbine? That Michael Moore movie? There's a scene where it's like, there's this kid just keeps pulling more and more guns out of his clothes and setting them on a table. And then at the end, he pulled out like a 4-foot machete. And I'm like, come on. He pulled that out from off camera. That's bullshit. All right. Your next you place all your weapons on the ground?
Stabbed into the ground for the sharp ones, yes.
Okay. And your next instruction is take a few paces forward, that we may see your face better.
She'll do so.
What are the rest of you doing behind Serenity?
We're more just waiting for...
Yeah.
I'm going to dock Kelian experience because he didn't immediately pick up Serenity's abandoned magic weapon and run off with it.
Harsh, bro.
Spending action to dodge.
Serenity's worth more to him with a weapon.
I like the idea that Liberation, like in any scene like this, He's just like really restless, just like kind of anticipating the arrows coming in.
Yeah.
But I like that it's dodge, so I imagine he's just like cowering, like. Ah.
No.
That's what Noctis does when you hold down the dodge button. He just like stoops and walks around.
Nice.
Right. Actually,
As you step forward, Serenity, the woman who has her bow trained on you, her eyes go really wide as she's watching you, and then she lowers the bow. And she says something to her other companions. And one by one, you guys watch as their bows are lowered. And they start coming forward. So there's a line of torchlight. 8 of them in all in front of you. Plus several more in the next few moments as their torches light off to the flanks where you didn't see them.
Once the bows come down, that's when I drop the dodge action.
Then that's when they all fire. Roll initiative.
Ah!
The leader, the woman who shot the arrow, after she's lowered her bow, she says, again in common so that you can understand, "Forgive me, for I did not recognize you at first in the darkness." And as she bows her head slightly, and so do all of her companions.
You're forgiven.